Everyone's heard of the 1995 Fox River Grove train versus bus crash, but in 1972, way before Fox River Grove, another deadly train crash versus bus happened. This is the story of the Congers bus versus train collision. On the morning of March 24th, 1972, 35-year-old Joseph Larkin was driving Nyack High School's MCH6500 school bus with loaded capacity of 48 passengers on board. Meanwhile, was a Penn Central freight train with 3 GEU 25Bs as its leading locomotive was traveling at 25 miles per hour with 83 freight cars and a caboose at the back. The train and the bus were approaching Gilchrist Road crossing. The bus accelerated to avoid the train. The train saw it and immediately slammed the train onto an emergency brake, but it was already too late. The train smashes into the bus. The train hit the bus with such force that the bus was ripped in two. Many kids were thrown onto in the middle of the train and the bus, getting killed. One survivor, Timothy Wilkins, said, "All of a sudden someone yelled train. I looked up and the train was there. I heard the train's brakes and I heard the engine." In the end, 5 kids died and 46 were injured. But how could the accident happen? How did the bus driver try to beat the train? And was it preventable? Larkin was brought to trial and charged with criminal intelligence homicide and the deaths of 5 students. He pleaded not guilty to all charges at trial. Witnesses satisfied that Larkin failed to stop the bus before crossing into the train's path. While Larkin testified that he never saw or heard the train beforehand, Larkin said convicted of criminal national homicide and sentenced to 5 years rotation. He died in 1998 at the age of 61. The National Transportation Safety Board concluded that the primary cause the bus driver was Wilkins failed to stop at the gate crossing as required by the state law. Witnesses satisfied the driver, Joseph Wilkins, did not slow down and proceed into the path of the oncoming Penn Central Bay train, despite students shouting a warning. Investigators determined the train crew have followed all correct procedures, including showing the horn began 450 feet from the crossing. The investigation also noted that the crossing Gilchrist Road lacks automated warning signs like gates, flashing lights, or bells, having only a standard stop sign and an X-shaped railroad crossing sign, which had the missing side of the bus approach on the day of the accident. The tragedy spurred significant change in school transportation safety regulations now wider than in New York State. New York City's Article 19A of the Vehicle and Traffic Law in 1974, which created a significant requirement of bus drivers, including automated background checks, medical exams, and testing. Registrations were toughened regarding construction standards for buses and the military training for affection for drivers. A federal recommendation regarding to the crash was decided with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration by the NTSB. The investigation and its findings led to outstanding reforms at preventing similar tragedy, making school bus operations safer. However, in 1995, the Fox River Grove train versus bus crash happened, and in 2000, the Tango versus bus versus train crash happened as well. Maybe I'll do both documentaries in the future, but anyway, it's been 53 years since the collision, and hopefully we never see a bus train crash like this ever again.